the United Nations Resolution 2758 of the 25th of October 1971 does not establish the People's Republic of China's sovereignty over Taiwan and does not determine the future status of Taiwan in the United Nations, nor Taiwanese participation in UN agencies or international organisations.
It is rather regretful that as years have passed, so too has the push by the PRC and its representatives to reinterpret Resolution 2758 in support of its One China principle.
Australia's policy is that we acknowledge that the Chinese government holds a particular position regarding Taiwan, not that we endorse that position. That is a significant distinction, and it's important that Australia's position over such a critical issue is not misrepresented in our country, either inadvertently or deliberately.
This established the principles that have consistently guided Australia's One China policy since 1972. We do not recognise Taiwan as a country, but we maintain unofficial contacts with Taiwan, promoting economic, trade and cultural interests.
The justification that the Chinese government puts forward for the threat of using force to take over governance of Taiwan is their claim that Taiwan is part of China and must be recognised as such. When people in Australia repeat that claim, what they are doing is supporting a justification being put forward for the use of military force by the Chinese government. And that is why it is so egregious for a former Australian Prime Minister, Mr Paul Keating, to label Taiwan Chinese real estate, as he did in a recent interview.
I believe Australia and the rest of the world should recognise Taiwan for the independent sovereign nation it has effectively been since the 1950s.
Australia must stand up against the Chinese Communist Party and back more than 22 million people of Taiwan who choose democracy and freedom over the authoritarian of the Chinese Communist Party.
What they are now trying to do to change this definition of Taiwan is wrong, and like so many other things they're seeking to do, we have to stand up to this. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Reynolds. The question is the motion moved by Senators Fawcett and O'Neill be agreed to. All those of that opinion say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it.